but here, I just don't want to come off as sounding too critical. I think that there's a lot of good research on data and research design, and we do a good job of teaching our students that. What we don't do a good job teaching them, I can say very strongly, and I hope there's exceptions in this room, but it's getting the paper off to a good start and organizing it. So material is not repeating itself, so research questions aren't popping up on page 7 and page 12 and page 22 and so forth. You know, so you know, we have a structure that we're following and there's a logic to it. Okay, again, it sounds like Sage and those guys have already done this, but no, they haven't. Okay, at least not specifically, such that I can follow. So anyway, that's what I'm going to talk about just now. You know, the reviewers are here. They're here to help you. You know, and that's who you're going to get there. You know, I have to tell the PhD students, you know, don't worry about it, the gauntlet. You know, it's, watch out for this guy at the end, though. That's the, you know, he's the tough one here. Yeah. Anyway. You know, editors tell me this repeatedly, that paper successes are substantially determined at the outset or the beginning, but I'll first get to that. I'm sorry, I still haven't given you the title of my paper. Okay, don't worry about it. I'll get to it. This is the paper I published in 2015 with International Journal of Higher Education Management, and that's available open access, I believe. By the way, many of these papers you can also get to, I've got here on the computer, but you can also get to them on my Google Scholar page. So if you enter my name, David Ahlstrom, Google Scholar Citations, and you get to my page, and then scroll pretty far down to the bottom, because these papers only have about 10, 15, 20 citations. So they're at the bottom, and you click into them, you can find PDFs on many of these. I was able to get around Publisher, Google has them posted somewhere or linked and so forth, so you can easily get a handle on those. I try not to post things that I'm not supposed to post there. This is another paper that some of you might be interested in. It's called Turning Good Research into Good Publications. This one goes through the whole structure of a very standard empirical paper in management and sociology and a few allied business disciplines, from the introduction right down to the discussion and the conclusion. And it includes some things on methods and so forth, just to give students a broad structure of what the heck do these papers look like, and why are they written in this order. You know, there's a logic to it. I'm not saying every paper is written like that or needs to be, but it's a very common structure that we find. I've gone through top journals in management and tried to figure out what structure do they use. How many paragraphs do some parts of the paper contain? So students sometimes ask me, where does the literature review stop and where does the hypothesis section start? You know, and they really don't know. And we don't teach that, and you won't read that in Sage or any other place. So this paper is a little broader. This one, I'm sorry, that's hard to read there, but it says Nankai Business Review International. That's the English language publication from Nankai University. They probably published the #1 or #2 Chinese language management